Hey y'all, I'm Drea and welcome back to my channel. And as you may have noticed, if you've been here before, we have a rebrand and now we are Drea Amore. Drea Amore is the new name of this channel, and we will be talking about everything beauty, health, and wellness. But for today, we are doing part 1 of a 4-part hip opener series. Upon request, I am back in my YouTube bag, and we'll be doing, like I said, a hip opener series just to show you different ways to open your hips. Our hips are where we hold our emotions the most, our hips, our shoulders. So I'm going to be showing you today, all the way from beginner to intermediate, how to open your hips in different ways, different exercises, with different accessories and props and methods. So if you are looking to just open your hips, feeling really stiff, you feeling like when you sit down, your hips are looking like this, you can't really push them down without pain, or you just kind of want to bust them hips open a little bit more, then come on, let's grab a yoga mat. Let's grab a mat. We're going to grab some blocks and a yoga strap. And if you have none of the above, don't worry, I got you. I'm going to drop some links to all of this amazing cost-friendly equipment in the comments. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share with a friend. I know you got a friend that's talking about how their hips are tight, so come on, let's do this. Okay, so let's begin in the seat on our mat. And just starting here, if you already feel like you'll have a elevated elevation in your knees, then we can go ahead and either take 2 blocks right under our knees, okay? And that should help a lot, because with blocks, you want the blocks to help to bring the ground up to you, okay? We're gonna begin in a seat doing seated circles. So you're gonna lean over to one side, slowly rolling towards the front of your mat, taking it to the opposite side, going all the way back and around to the other side. So this will help to warm up your body, especially if you're doing this first thing in the morning. In the morning is when we are feeling the most tense and the most tight, because we have just woken up from a 5+ hour slumber. And the next time you are folding forward, go ahead and rotate in the opposite direction. And as you are moving, take this moment to just tap into your breath. It doesn't have to be any specific breathing. I just want you to tap into it. Notice how you're breathing today. Notice if you are having any shallow breathing, or if you're just having difficulty breathing through this movement. So if you are having difficulty breathing, then just slow your breath down. Take slow inhales, slow exhales. One big circle all the way around, back up to a tall spine, sitting up nice and tall. Okay. Let's remove our blocks for now. We're going to go into a half-legged wide fold. Okay, so one of our legs is going to be straight out into a 45-degree angle. The other is going to be bent so the heel of your foot is coming in towards your pelvic floor. If you have some elevation in your bent leg, this is the time when you take a block and bring the ground to you. So just kind of get familiar with this pose. Notice what you're feeling in your body. You should feel lengthening in your long leg here. And if you already feel a stretch, a really big stretch, then you're perfectly fine right here. I just want you to hold this for a couple of breaths. If you're looking for a deeper stretch, then let's go ahead and begin to fold at our hips, okay? We're now folding with our back. So I'm actually going to go ahead and turn so you can see what I mean. So again, we're not folding with our backs. We're leading with our hips. So you're aiming to bring your belly down, okay, toward the ground, all right? This is a time where your block can help you. So again, you have that one block under your knee. And if you're going in for your fold, you're going to take your block. If you have two blocks, and you want to slide your block forward. So again, this can be done with or without your blocks. I just want you to know what options you have. So once you're here, let's take a few deep breaths. Big inhale in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth, squeezing your navel in towards your spine. Big inhale in. Exhale out. And two more on your own. Once you're finished, let's come back up, take it to the other side. So, switching legs, the opposite leg goes straight and the other is now bent, okay? So again, leading with your hips, not your back. You don't want to have any rounding in your spine. If you do, stop that fold immediately, come on back, and allow your hips to guide you. You should already feel a stretch in your, this is our hamstrings. So you should already feel a stretch in your hamstring if you find yourself rounding with your back. So let's go ahead and fold on the other side. Two more deep breaths. And then meet me back into a seated position. All right. Bring that extended leg back in to meet the bent leg. So our hamstrings should be nice and warmed up. Our hamstrings is a crucial part of our hip flexors. So we are working on all things that help with hips today. We're gonna come up into a tabletop position, which is on our hands and knees. From here, in tabletop, you want your knees to be aligned with your hips and your ankles to be aligned with your knees. Let's go ahead and transition into child's pose. Bringing your knees out wide, hip mat distance apart. Knees wide, big toes come together to touch. And then you're going to sit your hips back towards the heels of your feet. You may hear some snap, crackle, and pop in your knees because I just did too. And from here, you're going to take a block, if that serves you, and bring that right in front of you, okay? And to help to bring your body down easily, you can start by taking a block down to your belly, okay? If you are struggling to bring your hips down towards your heels, you can also take your block, moving your big toes away from each other just to get the block in between your feet so that you can sit your hips onto the block. And like I said, that is an option for you to take. I will set this here just so you can see what that looks like with the block. If you want to take your block up a setting from the lowest setting to the tallest setting, you can do that. Actually, the second setting, you can do that as well, just to bring the block to you, okay? And then you're going to extend your arms out. And so we're not really resting so that our back comes into an arch. We're going to keep an active spine, okay? Keep your arms straight. Press your fingertips into the ground so that you take any pressure off of the heels of your hands. So not only is this stretching our hips, we are also stretching our shoulders, creating length in our spine. And with this pose, feel free to kind of shift your body, shift your hips from side to side, creating some movement, creating some blood flow into your body, just so that that stationary stretch doesn't feel super uncomfortable. Taking deep breaths. One more deep breath. And then you want to take your hands, walk them back towards your body so you can sit up nice and tall. Okay, swing your legs out in front of you, and we're gonna come into a lying position, lying on our backs. All right, and then from here, we're gonna bring our knees up and feet up to the sky, and you're gonna bring your feet up towards the sky. You're going to take your hands and reach towards the insides of your feet, okay? So once you come here, you're going to bring your knees down to the sides of your body. Allow your knees to go outward. We're going into what's called Happy Baby. So with Happy Baby, we want to, like I said, grab onto our feet, mindfully press our knees down towards the ground, and maybe we start to add a rock, a gentle rock, into our stretch, into our pose. If grabbing the insides of your feet is just too much of a stretch, then I invite you to take your hands and grab your ankles just so that you are starting to gradually bring your knees down towards the ground to where it's comfortable. So bringing them down to so close to the ground is not where you are right now. Grab your ankles and then slowly make your way to your feet. Taking a few deep breaths here. Let's go ahead and bring our knees together. Keep them gravitating towards your chest. Bending your knees, bringing the heels of your feet down towards your hips. And you're just going to hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees, give yourself a big hug. Alright, and from here, you're going to keep one knee into your chest. You choose which one you want to keep. Your opposite leg, however, is going to extend all the way down to the ground. Extend, extend. And also, you may want to go ahead and grab your strap, your yoga strap if you have one. So let's go ahead and grab your yoga strap, and then let's come back into our pose. You can also do a half happy baby pose. So you can take your one leg that you have hugged into your chest, and then you can open up your leg into a 90-degree angle, grabbing the outside of your foot and then pressing your knee down to the ground. That is also an option. Or you can just stay with your leg fully bent and hugging your knee into your chest. And if you have that desire to bring your knee into your 90-degree bend, this is where you would use your strap. Take your yoga strap, fold it in half, and you would take your strap and bring it to the bottom of your foot. And that's when you would hold onto your straps with either two hands or one hand. The opposite hand can just be down at your sides. And you want to pull your knee in toward the ground. Alright, and let's go ahead and take that to the other side, releasing your foot from the strap if you have it there. Sending your leg down to the ground, and then you're going to take the opposite leg into your chest. Again, go ahead and take this time to play around with those options that I gave you with the other side, bringing a bend into your knee, taking that leg into a 90-degree angle. Alright, and for our final pose, let's go ahead and bend both legs, taking the bottoms of our feet flat down to the ground. And you're going to let your knees fall over to one side. If your legs are over to the left side, then you're going to look over the opposite shoulder, which will be your right. Another option is to take your yoga block and take the block under your bottom knee. And then you can go ahead and switch, taking it to the other side. Again, looking over your opposite shoulder. Alright, let's bring our knees back to the center. Hug your knees back into your chest. And I want you to give this a try. You're going to rock your way back up into a seat. Alright. So take this moment to just kind of notice how your body's feeling. You might feel a little warm, hips feeling nice, and I hope this helped. Like this video. Comment down below how this helped. I challenge you to try this every day. You can do this in the morning or at night. And then we will have another fresh video coming next week. So I hope this, like I said, did wonders for you. Our hips is where we hold most of our emotions. So it's time to let that go. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Share this with somebody that you know can benefit. And have a great day.